We live?
We live.
We live. We live.
I'm back, baby.
Welcome back to the Opinion Factory podcast, the podcast for free thinkers and challenge seekers.
Yes, sir.
I'm Khelil.
I'm Alex.
I'm Don.
We have our first
I'm Don.
recurring guest.
Yes.
Mr. DoncoolGaming.
Thank you for
Rapper,
having me. I'm glad
gamer,
y'all
streamer.
finally came to y'all senses.
Been a while since I've seen you, man. Not since like the last episode, probably. What's going
just
on?
in general? Nah, not much, man. I've been working, man. You know?
Just working?
I'm starting to think y'all rock with each other, honestly, man.
Nah, I got love for Khalil.
It's been a lot of times since
How
we've been in the
long
same
been,
room.
Bro, I mean,
Hey, that was like 4
you
months
know,
ago.
the only time we ever
Damn.
fought was over the Aquaman stuff. So, you know, it's
That's a different episode, bro. Great movie if you haven't seen it.
Better Wonder Woman?
Fantastic movie.
Better Wonder Woman?
Aquaman.
Different episode.
Solid movie.
Hey, man.
It's something I do in my free time. Something I don't have too much of right now. I feel like there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah.
You said you've been working. I've been working. You've been working.
2 jobs, bro.
Got the job. Got the podcast.
Yeah, I see you
Basketball.
coaching now.
Hey,
It's
man.
good.
Boys,
You stream.
boys are lit right now, man.
Yeah,
Oh, 3rd round.
Alright.
States.
that's good.
We
When's the
getting
next
right.
game?
Bro, Wakefield. Wednesday. That hurt. Dude's going to be going to Wakefield on Wednesday.
Damn.
I'm about to, you know, different episode. Whatever, man. But yeah, man, what's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Just working, trying to get things moving. I've been recording as far as video games and music. I don't know. I'm starting to finally feel the groove back in.
You in a rut or something?
I
You were
wouldn't
healing for a
say.
while?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say I was in a rut, but I felt like I could do more. Like, I don't know. I just sat and like I was just thinking
I
like,
know that feeling.
like where is it that I want to be? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it that I want to?
And are you
Dude.
thinking like career-wise or like side hustle-wise, like with the streaming and with your rapping and stuff like that?
I just think in general, like in just general. I mean, obviously, even when it comes to work, I could definitely have a better job, but also just better as far as even my side hustles, just being better. I know, like, I just have a lot of potential, and it's just finding how to
Sounds
work
like
and process those things. You get what I'm saying?
It sounds like your job has a lot of flexibility, though. If you have time to rap and stream and do all that on the side, would you want to give that up for something else? Sounds like you had a pretty good work-life balance
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
the thing. I mean, the work does allow me to still do the side hustle things, but I'm trying to transition for the side hustles to be the main hustles, and then get away from the workplace, the job there. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you on that, man. But if you don't treat your job like your real job, will never become your job. If you don't treat your side hustle like your job, it will never become your job.
Exactly.
That's
So
the thing,
that's
too. So you gotta think about you
yeah.
putting in 40 hours at your freaking regular 30 hours, 40 hours. You gotta be putting that same type of
energy and time.
It hurt. It do hurt. It
Yeah,
hurts to say,
it
but nah,
does.
it hurts to say, but nah. But it
No,
does.
I get it.
If not,
It
even
makes sense.
If not more, because you're already behind.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like I've definitely been in a rut. Like, or I'm not gonna. I don't know if rut's too strong a word, but I started coaching basketball now on top of my 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know, 9 to 5 lets me work from home, so I'm able to manipulate my hours a little bit working from home, starting really early in the day or
Flexibility.
Working
comes
late
in again.
very
Pretty important.
clutch. But then you work in games too. You got practice and all this type of shit. When you have games, like just until like JV season just ended a week and a half ago. And I'm more on JV than varsity. But with the JV boys, I'm talking about like you have a game at like 4, right?
Mhm.
So you're working at 7 to 3.
Oh.
Get to school at 3:30. Talk to the team, and I usually get to the games at like 3:50 because you know the other coach got it covered for the pregame stuff. Then you got that, but then you got the JV game 4 to 5:30 or so. Then you got the varsity game like 5:30 to 7,
Yep.
where you're working 7 to 7 right there,
Yeah.
not including travel time.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm happy. I'm happy JV season's over. You know, it's just varsity. Varsity's doing really well. I'm involved with them too. But it's like, yo, it's just tiring.
No, I feel
bro.
you.
Yeah,
That's how it
definitely
was for like when I
yeah.
was in school.
No,
Like having to
man.
go to work and then going to class after. It was like
Yeah,
the worst, bro.
And the worst thing is too. Now it's like I got all this stuff. I got like I'm so behind on all my camera work, man. Like, I owe people tapes. I owe
Yep.
I got so many pictures to go through.
Mhm.
I got so
Alright,
many.
but
I got so many photo shoots I've done recently. Like I haven't been marketing my photography like that, or my
Yeah.
videography like that.
It sounds to me like while you've been thinking like you're not doing enough, you've been doing too much.
Nah, I'm not doing enough though.
I feel like you don't have enough time. You don't have enough hours in the
I'm
day.
behind on my work. No, I'm still
don't have
finding
enough
time.
hours in
I'm
the
still
day.
finding time to play video games though. So I feel like I'm definitely behind.
You got to do that. You can't leave that behind. No, I'm being serious. Though. You can't leave that behind.
I'm still finding time to play video games. I'm still finding time to like chill with like shorty or whatever. Like I'm still finding time to do these type of things.
Then that's things you need to make time for, because you can't just work.
I think it's just structure though. I think it's just structure because, like, remember how I was telling you earlier? Oh, like I got a whiteboard now. So like I've been able to kind of sit down, write. Okay,
I ain't been using my whiteboard enough, man. I used to use my whiteboard you saw me, but I used to use my whiteboard every single week. But now it's been in my car because like we use it for the pod and everything like that. So now it's been like I haven't been using that shit as much.
Do you think that affected your productivity?
Probably, yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's helped me in the week. Like I said, I've sat down. I know a friend of mine's had like a song that he was doing, and he wanted me to record a verse on it. So like I got my whiteboard. I'm like, okay, today. I wake up usually around 10, 11. So I get breakfast, 12 o'clock. I'm like, all right, 12 o'clock, got to start. 12 o'clock for like the next 3-4 hours, depending on how long it'll take me. As long as I can get this done, I'm good on this part. So I'm like, all right, let me get to writing, recording, then recorded my verse, got it done within that day. And then like I felt like, all right, good. Like I had like some sort of structure there. And then after that, I started doing editing my the YouTube videos.
Right.
So I do 2 different things. Like I rap, and then also I still have the YouTube gaming channel that I do on the side.
DoncoolGaming, by the way.
So thank you for the plug-in. But yeah. So like at the same time, I'm like, all right, the whiteboard helped because I put 2 sides, jot down what I needed to do, and I'm like, all right, I got this, done that. Even then, it still feels like I could still do more. So, like, we've been arguing about this, but like the basketball thing does help me in a good way, as far as getting me out there, like moving.
Right. Body motion,
energy, and I love basketball. You know what I'm saying? I was never a baller when I was growing up or nothing, but this is definitely a like I'll go play basketball.
Right.
So I'm still trying to like get into the swing of things. And then I think with basketball that's helped because a lot of times, yes, I have to wake up fucking early.
Right, you get like 4 hours of sleep, bro.
I'm only getting like 4 hours of sleep, but it's like it helps because you still got some friends that'll be like, I got you, like you know what I mean, like we'll go and we'll do this, and then you just get back and you'll be straight. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna save the story for another day about the shit you pulled today, bro. I'm gonna save it for another day, man. Bro. Another day. TJ wouldn't know what's going on, but I'm gonna save it for another day.
All that stuff you're talking about, you definitely you gotta want to do it. Like this is not something that you can do if you don't have a strong work ethic, and that's not even just about your job. That's just like in general. You gotta be hungry.
That's something I want to work on, though. You know what I mean? Like I want to have a strong work ethic because, like I said, I've always where I want to be. I'm not there yet, and where I want to be, I feel like is a certain level.
And what's preventing you from getting there? Do you think it's because you don't want it bad enough? You think you're too lazy? You think you just don't know what more you could be doing?
I could be too lazy sometimes. I get a little too comfortable. I can't say I'm lazy as far as like I don't work, I don't do nothing, because I do work, and I do things. But it's like for what I want, I gotta do more. And so like instead of feeling comfortable of where I'm at, I gotta feel like, all right, I got it, like where I want my level, I gotta go to it. I gotta go and get it.
But I want to be careful about this though, because you can't be mad at yourself for operating at 90% when you could be operating at 100%.
But is it 90% though? I feel like it's not 90% though. Like I cannot have an honest discussion with myself. I'm pretty sure you can say the same. Like this is like, I'm close to operating at full level. I don't feel like I am.
Oh, I thought you were.
Nah, if I'm still finding time to play video games, or I'm still finding.
You need to.
No, like you need decompression
time,
right? Yeah, you don't need like several hours per day to decompress.
What's wrong with that?
That's way too much time.
That's too much time.
That's too much time. Between everything else you're doing already in the day.
I think it depends on the circumstance.
It could depend on the person, but if you're trying to reach the goal that you're trying to reach, you can't be wasting that much time on doing things that don't really have any.
It's not a waste of time though.
It's a waste of time if it goes on too far. If it goes on too long.
But if it's what you
need. I feel like if I'm
going
going over an hour per day, that's too long. And there's a lot of days.
If you're naturally doing it this much, there's
a lot of days. It depends on circumstance. Sorry to cut you off, but like it depends on like for me, for example, I'm a person like I know I want opportunities as far as multiple different businesses and being an entrepreneur. So like when I see things, I wanna get into that and evolve and keep growing. As far as that, there's other people that are willing, and it's not a problem, because I go on Twitter and I see people like, oh, if you ain't working a 9 to 5, you're working for somebody. You can't be happy. No, that's not the case.
I don't like
that idea. Like,
and what smart ideas ever come out of Twitter, bro?
Fact. Okay, fair enough. Facts. Twitter now, everybody got opinions, and so like they put it out and whatever. But at the same time, it's like if you're a person that doesn't mind working a 9 to 5 and just go home and play video games and fill time, like that's your thing. Like,
exactly.
That's your thing. That's
What's
cool.
so wrong about working for you? If I grow up and I want to be an animator and I got a job at Disney, you gonna come and try to shame me because I'm working for Disney now?
No,
that's a 9 to 5.
You should be happy. No,
come on,
you should be happy if that's what you want to do. Right. At the end of the day, it's what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
So if that's what you want to do, you go for it. You try to be the best that you can be. Animator for Disney, whatever the case is, and like grow from there. I'm just saying, like, for somebody else that might be, oh, I want to do more. There's more I can do. There's more I can grow. Like, that person might feel like, okay, what he's doing is not enough. Cause like, for example, I was watching the Kevin Hart documentary, and this dude
Kevin Hart has a great work ethic.
His work ethic is insane.
Ridiculous.
I love watching those interviews and those kind of documentary, because then that gets me flowing a little bit, because I'll watch him and I'll be like, yo, that's dope. Like, it's motivational. Like him, I complain about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, but for him, it's like he take a 4 or 5 hour nap on a plane that he's going somewhere. Then the moment he wake up, he's going on a press tour, interviews, shows. Then he has to do TV acting.
And the thing is, everything he does is top notch quality. Like,
absolutely, but that's him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's him. Like, that's what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the other regular comedians might not have that same work ethic, but it's not a problem because maybe they just content with where they are. You get what I'm saying?
It is about what you want to do, but you can only, like, motivation, you can't consistently go back to, like, oh, I'm just keep watching Kevin Hart. And
exactly.
Like, motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Right? So if you're in those situations where it's like, I used to listen to, like, a lot of Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey would be like,
oh, that's my guy.
He'd be like, all right, you got to buckle down your student loans. You got to buckle down your debts. Right? Stop going out as much. Stop doing whatever you're doing. Like, this is your number one priority. Focus on this. It's like, I don't think it's worth for gospel. Because I'm in a little bit of a different situation where I'm, like, in debt from student loans. But you're still trying to operate on creating your own business and stuff. Right? So it's a little different between putting all your money at the loan and then investing back into your business. So, but I still, like, listen to that though. It really gets me disciplined. It's like, all right, let me not go on these shopping sprees and all this type of stuff, or like buy like mad new kicks or whatever. When you're in those situations like Kevin Hart, like, even like when you watch those and you're just thinking back to yourself, it's like, I know I'm not working hard enough, but then it's like, how the hell do I get myself out that situation too at the same time? And I think that's like, there's like a mental block in your head where it's like, you know what you need to be doing, but you just can't, like, get yourself to do it. Right? Like, I know like the other day, like yesterday, I don't mind yesterday because it was a Friday and we had a game. So yesterday we had a basketball game for the high school, and then I just chilled afterwards, right? I ordered some food. And then I just played some video games with my boy.
And it's not enough?
That's chill, right? That's you get Friday night.
Right.
But I can't do that 2 or 3 straight days, though. And that's what the problem has. Like, even if you take out the ordering food part, just playing video games for like 2 or 3 hours, well, that's just not productive at that point. It has to be a cutoff. And that's what I feel like not that I'm playing that much video games, 'cause I'm not at the crib that much. Like, I'm really not at the house that much anymore, just because I'm moving around so much with the other stuff I'm doing. But I still feel like I can be working so much harder. I don't feel like I'm at 90%. I don't even feel like I'm at 50%, honestly.
Oh, okay. I don't even that's a whole different story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you feel the same way. Like, I don't feel like I'm close to operating at the level. Because there was, like, man, you saw me. Like, y'all saw me. I was going to, like, this was before basketball season. And, it's my first year coaching basketball. It's my first year coaching basketball. So I think, there's been an adjustment period. But that adjustment period is taking too long for me. Right, because I was going to the track every.
How can you say that about yourself, though?
Because I was going to the track like 3 times a week. I was still
playing basketball. But how can you say your adjustment period is taking too long? It's how long it takes.
Because other things that I've been doing, like my new job, I've been able to get into routines much faster. I feel like I have not gotten to any type of routine with basketball. It's just been work, basketball, and then back to getting in my hours for my 9 to 5. And then outside of that, it's been really, really loose. Like, there's been no set structure. Whereas opposed to if I'm just working my 9 to 5, I'm going to the library every day after, or I'm doing this after, I'm playing basketball after.
Bro, I'm understanding y'all when y'all say that you want to do more and stuff like that, but you also got to be aware of burnout. Because you also have to make sure that what you're doing, the pace that you're operating on is sustainable. Because you don't want to keep it going at 100% consistently. Because just like take the human body, for example. You can only sprint at 100% for like 8 seconds. So do you really want to operate at 100% all the time? You're going to burn yourself out. That's not sustainable.
No, just
it's really not even healthy, really.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. And I feel like, even like Dave Ramsey says you never go out or whatever. I'm like, no, I feel like there should be a couple times, if you hit a goal or something, like
right.
you make it a reward for some type of thing that you do.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I didn't like when you said that, I'm playing video games, shame on me or something like this. Is what it sounded like to me, and I don't like that.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
for me, that's not that's part of my hobby. Like that's
right,
part of my side thing.
Right.
So I won't say it as like it's a bad thing. I'm saying for me, like when I usually do the gaming thing, I'm trying to do it for content. And if I'm playing games and I'm not doing it for content, then it gets to the point where it's like it's a little I'm wasting a little time there. Now here's the thing though, like if I'm resting, like if I'm just resting and I'm just chilling, okay fine, like I get that, because I do set aside time. Like usually Sundays are my days where I'll be like, all right, today like I don't feel like doing anything, let me just chill. I just worked the whole weekend, let me just relax today or whatever the case is. But what I'm trying to do is like on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like Monday through Friday, I'm doing something that involves editing content, making videos,
all day, every day,
recording. Every day, do something.
If you want that to be your life, though, you have to do that.
Yeah, I have to do something every day.
No, all day. I mean, every day, but all day, every day. That's all you do, Monday through Friday.
No, Monday through Friday. He still has his job.
Like I still try to like. The thing is, though, I've been loafing on it, but definitely want to get back into going into the gym, and like spending like an hour or two there, just to kind of.
But even 30-40 minutes
energy,
is good.
Just to gain energy there, for like a day, like. For 3 or 4 days, that you balance those kind of stuff in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I miss the track, man.
But like, it would be something, or finding another activity on like a Monday. Usually, a lot of times I have to go and help family out on Mondays. So Mondays are a little tough as far as like wanting to go and play ball on a Monday,
right?
Or something like that.
I'm curious. Have you guys ever went so hard with your business endeavors, your side hustles, that you burnt yourself out? You ever experienced that? Like you ever tried to like ball too much, go to the track too much, have too much camera work, and you just like
No, all right. I see what you're coming. There's been times like right now where I have so much stuff to edit, it's like I don't even want to touch it because it's just like so much shit to do. Where it's almost like I have so much to do. It's almost like you just
right. But I'm thinking more like this is all you can have time to, like you have the camera stuff, and day in day out you're doing all this work, but there's always more and more to do, and you don't feel like you're making any progress.
I think so. Like my burnout comes from playing Madden, bro.
That's you not loving yourself.
My burnout comes from me playing Madden.
That's you not loving yourself.
Just to put into context,
it's even more trash.
I'm in a Madden
than
league.
NFL, bro.
All right, I'm in a Madden league, and a lot of my YouTube content comes from the Madden games that I play. So I'll play a Madden game, edit that, condense it, and make it into a highlight reel. I have a bunch of other games like FIFA, Apex. That's mainly the games that I've been playing as of late right now.
Madden over FIFA, Uncharted.
Yeah, facts.
Listen, and you're not loving yourself, bro. That's you, man.
I've been playing Uncharted as of late, bro, and I want to get back to playing that. But like the Madden, I play that game, bro, and it's like you can tell the anger there is just so different from me playing like FIFA and pro clubs. Like we play pro clubs. Like even if stuff is not working for us, we're clowning and we're mad, but we're not that mad. When I'm on Madden, bro, it's like it's a whole different ball game.
That joint's real.
That
anger?
shit is just.
I quit. There was a dude in our league that broke his TV. He threw his controller at his TV.
Dog.
It was like, son,
what?
Bro. Madden is like the most vexing
Why
game
is Madden more vexing than FIFA?
Because the fakest shit happens in Madden,
bro.
And you're just like, I'm not playing this shit no more, bro. I was the one who brought him into the league like 3 or 4 years ago. I brought him into the league. My brother brought me into the league, and I was like, oh, we need a spot. So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, we got this. I'm in this Madden league. It's mad dope. There's like other people controlling teams.
Other people, they got their own YouTube channel, Twitter.
It was dope. You got game of the week.
Like they're legitimate.
It was official, son. It was official. The way they run the league is official. So, and the people in the league are cool.
Cool as hell.
So it
cool
make you want to play the league, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
But the game itself
Dog,
is
bro.
the most trash shit of
The most
all
important
time.
part?
Yes, the most important part.
bro.
Trash, bro.
The
So that's
most
you not.
important
That's
part.
you not loving
the
yourself.
most important part, bro.
So you not loving yourself comes from your brain.
yo,
That's something
dog,
completely different.
but that's the
But
thing.
is it because
like,
it's
my
too much or
channel
because you
grew.
don't like it?
Any
my
Madden
my
is too
channel
much Madden,
grew.
bro.
Yeah, it's too much. It's too much to a point. The thing is, it's like a league. You're competitive, so you try to, do everything you can to stay at a certain level amongst the league. But then at the same time, it's like, the game itself is trash. So you try to, like, my content comes from like my subscribers and the people that watch my videos are the ones that play the game, the league that I'm in. That's where I get most of my views from. You know what I'm saying? So like I try to do that content for them. Really,
but you don't.
But like for me, just mentally,
But yeah,
that's
that's
just
something you don't enjoy. Though.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I feel like I'm doing something that I enjoy, and even though there's just times shit that doesn't go your way and it sucks. But you power through that. You don't have to finesse, all this type of stuff. The thing that I feel like
that's one of the most important points that you guys should bring up when it comes to these things, because things
like,
are gonna go sideways.
Yeah, the stuff I'm doing makes me happy.
Yeah,
like
that's
I love using my camera. I love playing basketball. I love coaching basketball. I love doing the podcast. Like all the side stuff I'm doing, I genuinely love doing. But there's plenty of days where shit just hits the fan, and it's just like I don't want to do it. Like today with like the equipment, all this stuff, like all this stuff goes wrong. You're doing doing the podcast takes
if
like
you
8
notice
hours.
the new location,
Doing the podcast takes like 8 hours because like just your
Yeah.
location is wrong and all this type of stuff. Or, like there's days in basketball you're getting beat left and right.
guys,
'cause,
we came here at 3:30, and right now, tell them what time it is, bro.
What time is it?
7:30.
Tell them what time it is.
7:30. Yeah, before hours.
Yo.
But there's just days.
that's what you gotta do.
Where things are going wrong, but I'm still happy. Like, I'm doing like
Right.
it overall makes me happy, even though there's like shit that's involved.
I would have been more
Overall
upset if
makes
we
me
left
happy.
without getting it done, if we hadn't tried
yeah,
in the
yeah,
first
true.
That's
place.
100% fact.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
but that's the thing though. Like me would have been ready. Like at least I can't say the older me, but like 2 weeks me before.
2 weeks.
2 weeks before would have been like, yo, man, we here too long, bro. I'm out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
A lot of evolution
But
in
the
2
reason I
weeks,
say that is because like I had to go and meet my little cousin.
Yeah, you got plans.
I had plans. So normal me would have just been like, yo, I gotta do it. Like, I gotta go. I gotta meet him and stuff like that. And it's like, but the reason I wanted to be here was just because I really wanted to do the podcast. I wanted to get my voice out, and
By any means necessary.
definitely. So
Because if you would have left, or if you would have not tried at all, I think you'd have been more upset than.
yeah, I mean, I
hours
probably
there.
would have thought about it and been like, I probably would have done what I had to do, but then thought about it and been like, damn, I missed an opportunity. Like, you know what I mean? Like to get a chance to be on the podcast again.
And to be honest, it's a lot more satisfying when you like shit goes sideways and you stick through it and they actually get the product out.
That's facts too.
A
That's
lot more
facts too.
satisfying.
Because even when I was recording the track for a friend of mine's, like he kind of wanted it done that weekend, but I didn't have the time. So I was just like, yo, give me a day. And so Monday, I was like, yo, on Monday, I'm like focused. When I have my board, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get this done today. Got it done. Was able to get him like a reference track on it, and then I sent it back to him, and then he hasn't said anything yet. So I'm like, that's why I kind of wanted opinions on it, just to see what people felt about it. But I felt like I did a good job on it, and then I had a couple friends that thought it was good too. So I'm like, maybe he thought it was like, all right, I came in with it, so now he wants to
We'll
make
keep
sure.
an air up, man. We'll let you know once
what I
it
mean?
drops.
Yeah, facts. I'll be here.
But honestly, man, when you're trying to improve your work ethic, it's really hard though. Like it can be hard. Like if you're not in that set routine that you are, you just have anything that disrupts your regular routine, it can be really hard to get back into that same. Because like once, like an object in motion stays in motion, but once you're off the path, it's really hard. It's almost like losing weight, right?
Yeah.
It's like you lose weight, but then you fuck up your diet.
July 4th comes around.
Yeah, July 4th comes around, and you're like, I can have a cheat day, which is fine.
Yeah.
Everyone has that day, right?
Yeah.
But then you're like, July 4th's on a Friday, so the
We got some leftover burgers.
celebration's all weekend,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, so now you got July 4th, you got cookouts July 4th, July 5th, July 6th, and now you have 3 days of back-to-back just bad.
And we still got
food.
leftovers, so I could probably take some burgers and
Yeah.
hot dogs to work for
Still
lunch.
got
So now
leftovers. So now
stretch
you're going
to
on
a
like
whole
a
week.
4 or 5 week of just sitting on all the work that you've done, and then when you see that happening, you're like,
It's hard to stop it.
it's hard to stop. But then when you realize it's like, damn, oh fuck it, there's no point now. Like I had to work so hard to get to lose that 15 pounds I did.
And now you just got it all
in
back.
3 days I got it right back. Right?
Is it even worth it trying?
Yeah, it's even worth trying. All that hard work I did, and I know I'm gonna go back. So I think that's a type of mental rut. I also think too is that people like the idea of things more than they're actually doing the thing.
Well,
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll take my example with piano, right? I love the idea of being elite at piano as good as I am is with photography or basketball or whatever.
Right.
I'm a decent pianist, and I want to really get back into it, but I haven't touched my piano in a month just because of all the other things in my life, and it's not my priority right now.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
But it's just something you want still.
It's something I want still, but it's how much do I really want to play? How much do I really want to be great at piano?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't shown any willingness to put in the amount of work I do for my other things. And when I have more time, I probably will get back to playing the piano, but I don't have that same desire or drive. I can't say I really want to be good at piano. I just kind of.
You can't say that.
See, this is the thing. I think even with the piano thing, I think right now you're just prioritizing what is important for you at the moment. So since basketball season is sort of in right now, you gotta kind of focus on basketball first right now, and you do your thing, and you.
But
you
do
know
you see
what I
the
mean?
way
But
it's
once
still,
basketball season is over,
it's still basketball season, and we're still able to do the podcast every week. I'm still able to use my camera every single day. My piano's
those things
on
are
top of that,
definitely
my
more
piano's
important.
falling to the side, but I'm still finding time to play video games.
And I'm trying to remember the name of the book. It was written by some author. He was like a comic artist at some point. I think he did the Dilbert comics. He wrote a book. I read it. It's like a self-development book, and he had a really good quote in there that I liked. And he said, on his path to become successful, one of the things that he recommends a lot, something that he learned, is that if you want to be successful, figure out the price of success and pay it. So before you do anything, before you can say you want it, but sit down and figure out what that price you have to pay is, and then just pay it, and just do it.
Yeah, prices.
I think I have the book here, but
I don't think a lot of people are willing to They don't realize the price to pay is so high though.
If it's high,
especially if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, you're trying to be
a lot of sleepless nights.
Anything you're trying to be your own boss or anything you're trying to do, you're not having a direct boss where your boss is YouTube or some shit like that.
Exactly.
Your price is gonna be extremely, extremely high. Your privacy is gonna be much lower since you're in a public setting. You're gonna have to be a slave to an algorithm where you have to find out how to manipulate all the ways to get more views. And then you have to that same algorithm will have to make sure you post something up every day or every week, whatever your cycle is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think those are things where people don't realize how
hard
it's
it really
damn,
is
I want to be my own boss. You saying that,
but do you really want it though?
Yeah,
that's
you
what I'm saying about the idea.
Everyone likes that. Everyone likes the idea.
That's
on
what
my
I'm saying.
own
Certain
boss.
people don't mind just working the 9 to 5.
And that's fine.
And then when
that's what you want.
And that's perfect.
And
for
they're
them,
only looking
you know
at it from it's so great to be your own boss. I can take vacation whenever I want.
But they don't see
No, you can't.
No, not really.
No, you can't. You're working 70-hour weeks.
Right.
You have a family. Your kid doesn't know who you are.
Damn.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm missing my.
It's not overkill though.
No,
But
it's not overkill. But you got to do.
it.
It's I'm missing my kid's game because I got this really important business meeting.
Right.
And all this other type of stuff, and you're not realizing, oh damn, me being a CEO will mean I'm working 60 hours, 70 hours a week.
I was listening to another podcast and I forgot the name of it.
I think the thing is though,
But,
sometimes even with those people, they might get there is such thing as too much greed, whereas then at least for me, I know even if I ever did entrepreneurship and things of that nature, when it comes to my kid and his games and stuff like that. I don't want to miss those. You try your best, obviously. We're
going to go down there, but from what you were saying, there was this podcast, and I think you heard it too, where this woman was talking about, she met this big-name actor at a certain point, and she was asking about his life and if he regrets anything during his career. And he said the thing that he regrets the most is not having a family, focusing on his career too much, because he wanted to be his own boss. He wanted to be his own thing, the big shot.
Yeah.
But now every Thanksgiving, he has to go to someone else's house. He doesn't have his own family, and that's something that eats at him. He focused on his career more than his relationships. And so he wanted that, but he didn't see everything that came with it. And now that he actually had it, it's he doesn't really want everything that it came with. And he paid that price for success.
Yeah, he did pay that price. And the thing is, too, though, would he have wanted the other thing without the other, without being a big shot, though?
If he had his family, would he
not
still be fantasizing about being a big shot actor?
Understand what I'm saying?
He would still be. That's the thing.
That's the thing, too. So it's so hard to realize, I don't think anyone has found that perfect balance of, a work and life balance, especially when you're chasing a career goal.
Yeah.
Right. Like I know, like
The
that
career
same
always
actor.
gonna come
A
first.
lot of women have that same regret.
Not always though.
I mean, when you're young,
when young,
it
it
does,
should
'cause
come.
you're trying to set up for the rest of your life.
It should come first.
That's true. That's
So
true.
you're
Like,
trying to set up for the rest of your life. It's gonna come first.
Right.
Even if you're trying to think of like kids you're gonna have in the future or anything, it starts with what the hell kind of job am I gonna have? Let's go support the family or the kids that I plan on having, or even support myself.
Yeah. And
So it comes first, but like we said, you're trying to find a balance as far as
it should come first, but
like-
a lot of like for like one example, like a lot of women, like say they delay starting their families because they want to advance in their career, and then once they take that maternity leave, you're out for like a year.
Right.
It throws everything out of whack. You know.
Yeah.
Oh well, not in the United States, you're not out for a year. You're out for like 2 weeks, but
yeah.
story for another day.
I was thinking about like
my bad. If you got like a really good job, you might get 3 months off. But like you have those type of opportunities, and now you're in situations where people feel like you're putting, especially if they don't see success right away.
oh yeah.
Now it's like, oh wow, you're putting this thing over me now.
And if you're in a relationship, they think that you're putting their life now on hold for your life, for your
Exactly.
success,
Yeah.
and that's a tough spot to be in.
It is a tough spot to be in, but at the same time, no matter who you are, you have to live for yourself first. No matter
Oh, of
like,
course.
no matter like
Yeah.
what relationship it could be with your mother, it could be with your girlfriend, it could be with your
Like,
brother.
right.
Like you have to live for yourself
First, but you still got to
then-
consider how the other person feels.
Of course you do, but I don't think, especially in relationships, I don't think people realize, especially like if it's a relationship with your girl or like with your boyfriend or like whoever it may be, like whoever you're with, they don't realize that the shit that you're doing is for us
Yeah.
and not just for me.
Yeah.
And
Right,
it's
like-
not even such that you're putting stuff on hold, but you're actually working. You're setting the
Yeah.
foundation. You're not putting anything
It
on
is.
hold.
So
You're
it's-
just setting yourself up.
It's like everything that I accomplish will become ours.
Right.
Like, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like you know, I don't need no marriage certificate or anything like that. If you just have my back, you help me out when I need help or whatever.
That's another topic
That's-
for another episode.
They will disagree with that first statement.
Yeah.
They will need that marriage certificate.
They might need that marriage, but no, I'm just saying like even without the marriage certificate, right? Like even without, let's just say it's in the build up of the relationship, right? It's not year 10, it's like year 3 or whatever.
Year 10.
Yeah,
That's
10.
it.
Year 3? You think year 10 is when you do something about marriage, bro? Good luck. Good luck to you.
Year 5, whatever, man. Whatever
Year 5?
Whatever year may be, man. Whatever year
Alright.
may be. Whatever.
You got a rude awakening, bro. You got something mean coming your way.
Whatever year it may be, I just think people, you're not like people. I think a lot of people feel that way when they have and they're not seeing results. They're like, oh man, this is not even going anywhere.
Right.
And you're
Yeah.
putting all your time over here, and then I'm over here. I haven't seen you in how long? You know, and then they feel some type of way. Like I've met people that like broken up.
Oh,
Over,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
over like this dude stopped what he was doing. You know, I used to see my boyfriend like 5 times a week.
Yeah.
And then he started doing this thing that kind of out of left field. Like he just wanted to chase his dream of his.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing him like twice a week, and that's not enough for me. And now it's like,
And
I kinda
that brings
made
up
him choose.
That brings up 2 points in my head, right? The first one being, when you're doing stuff like this, like what you guys are doing, it's very important to build your own support systems.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta have the right people in your corner, because once it gets to like you're in a relationship and you start focusing on yourself
Yeah.
and on your goals, and if you're not even focusing on yourself, like you said, you're doing it for the both of them,
Yeah.
for the both of you guys. You know what I'm saying? But if the wrong person's in your corner, that could slow you down. That could throw you off your game.
Yeah.
That can make you
slow
mad.
down immensely, man.
Mentally.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I've been with a girl that like I was seriously with. And I remember we like just have these like philosophical, like any conversations you have about life with your girl, like
Yep.
philosophical conversations you had. And then she said this one thing to me, and keep in mind, like I'm a camera, like I'm literally a cameraman.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
do videos,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do editing, photography, all that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, she doesn't believe in art.
What?
Yeah, like
Yeah, I'd have
like
dropped it right
like
there, bro.
legitimately said, I don't believe in art.
I would have dropped
And
it
it
right
was
there,
like,
bro.
oh, I didn't at the time though, which was stupid of me. Like
Yeah.
that should have been like the biggest red flag.
I'd have
You
been
know,
like, what?
when
Alright,
you're feeling
bet.
somebody, they kind of like
love
disregard red
makes you blind.
flags, whatever, all
Yeah.
this type of stuff. I was like, damn, I should have thought about that right there. But I was like, oh damn.
That shit
But
itself would have
my
hurt me.
my instant rebuttal was like, oh, but you have all that music on your phone. If all
Yeah.
like, she's like, oh, I don't think it should be a full-time job. It should be like a part-time job. So I was like, oh, all those people on your phone,
Yeah.
all that music would suck. Wouldn't it if it was just a part-time
Part-time
thing, like
thing.
4 hours in the studio? That shit
Yeah.
would all suck, right? All those beats would
I
suck.
mean, they could
And she
have
was like,
only spent 4 hours in
yeah.
the studio. But
Yeah, it's like, oh, I could kind of see what you're saying. I'm like, oh, but it's those type of things. Like that wrong person can absolutely slow down, or they can, like, they can almost like selling your dreams pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And it's
No,
like,
facts.
And if it's someone you love, that's gonna affect you.
it's gonna affect you massively. Like, imagine if your parents are like the person that's like, or your girl, or whoever, your best friend.
Mhm.
They're like, why the fuck are you doing this shit for?
Yeah.
Like, you're not special. Like, or
Yeah.
it's not even that you're not special. It's like, I remember this person sent me like, I know somebody sent me. She's like, oh, most podcasts. No one wants to hear about your new podcast. Most podcasts end after the 7th episode. And I was like, oh, I just thought I should give you a heads up.
Yo.
I'm like,
dog, yeah, that's
I'm like,
hating there,
I'm like, for real, like this is
That's
like the
some that's some
road.
hating
This is
right
the
there,
road we're going
bro.
on. We're like 8 months in.
Yeah.
We're doing pretty well, but it's just like those type of things can really wear your mental. I'm a dude that will like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna shrug it off. I'm just not gonna fuck with you no more.
Yeah.
But not everyone's like that.
Not
No,
everybody's
and
like
it was
that,
like when you're in those positions of like whether, like anybody for me, I think anybody in general, if you're ever in that position where like someone's like, oh, it's either me or
this.
or
Or your dream?
Yeah,
see,
nah.
like
I
any
can never do
ultimatum,
that
any
type
ultimatum
shit, bro.
like that, it should be like we're breaking up.
Yeah.
That should be like
Nah,
an
I
instant
cannot
reaction.
do some
Whether
shit
it could
like
be
that,
something
bro.
like whether it's me or video games or whether it's me. Like the only type of situations I see that like that's fair is like if it's like an ex or like something like you had like a past with or some shit
Yeah.
like that.
Ah,
That could be like the only time I think it's fair.
Or maybe if you have an addiction.
Yeah.
But even
for
then,
sure.
but even then, like addiction gets tricky. Like how much you support the person and like all that. Like I guess
I mean, yeah.
it's
Okay,
a little
true.
tricky.
Level.
It's a little tricky.
You're
But
right,
like
you're right.
yeah, like exes I understand or like something like along those lines of addiction or like
Mhm.
that's really destructive to the relationship.
Yeah.
But it's like, can your dream chasing be destructive to that relationship too though?
If,
For certain
if you're not
people.
making money.
But how long do you give buffer to though?
That's true too.
Because like imagine if you're
Because that's
How
the
long
only
is-
way.
how long is
they
the
gotta
bank
see?
gonna let me slide by without
They
paying my
see the
mortgage?
result. That's true too, though.
Imagine if
Because you definitely can't. I mean, like it's cool to chase dreams and stuff like that, and I want to chase my dreams as well too. But if you don't have no, I mean, that's why it's good that you have a job on the side that
yeah,
that'll help you pay for your stuff and
progress.
stuff.
But if you're not,
You got progress, but
if he's devoting all that, like let's look at it from the other perspective.
Yeah.
Not from like maybe it's hostile is like I don't believe in art type perspective, but look at it
Yeah.
from the perspective of like, so I did this job recently for somebody, and I was in like the family situation, right? And so one people that worked at the job I was doing, their relationship was really weird. Like their like ex-wife worked with them at the same spot or whatever.
That sounds horrible.
Right? But that was their side job. It was like a retail type joint, whatever, right?
Okay.
The ex-wife already has like a main
Full-time job?
Yeah, full-time job that pays the bills, takes care of the daughter, that they have together, all this type of stuff. And then you have there has to be a point in the line where this guy is like, he's like mid-40s, still trying to be a rapper. And there has to become a point where it's if you're that person, it's like, how much are you willing to tolerate, though? You know what I'm saying?
Is he
This
good?
could be a whole different episode.
Is he good?
I mean, but if you've been chasing this dream for 10 years and you've had like
You never know, bro.
you do never know. Like 2
because 2 Chainz did start
is a late bloomer.
Yeah, late
But it's
bloomer.
like you're in your 40s though, and I don't want to put a timestamp on anything too, especially as a dream chaser myself. But
Right.
I think not even like just showing the dream, but if you're in that position of like, yo, your girl's trying to become like a makeup YouTuber, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now she's devoting like 40 hours a week, and she's getting like 6 views per episode.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like trying her hardest. She's doing all these different types of
That's sexy to me.
which is dope.
I mean, I'm proud for the effort,
But
for
then
sure.
she's also spending the other 40 hours at work, and then it's like, damn, I never see my girlfriend. Especially, imagine that y'all don't even live together.
I mean, that means
Right.
more time for Uncharted, bro.
No, bro.
I'm just trying to I'm trying to rationalize the situation, like in their head, or
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the person
No,
that's
for
not
sure.
supporting. Like I think, like there's a point in time.
Unless
And
I'm
that's why I
helping
say-
her work on her craft.
No, you could be helping her work on her craft, and you're seeing no progress. And I think that's the thing. Like, I don't think anyone really truly finds a perfect work-life balance.
Yeah,
but they
there
find
has to be
things
some
that makes them
sacrifices
happy.
made. Yeah.
But there's still like a lot. It's like, damn, you
Gotta
know,
do
I
this,
live like
do
y'all
that,
live with
yeah.
y'all girls now, or like hypothetically, right?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
hypothetically live with y'all girls, and then it's like I have all these chores around the house. Now I have a daughter. And now, like, I have other priorities, but like one of the things I love doing is playing video games.
Yeah.
I don't got time to do that shit no more. like that's gonna be trash.
Yeah,
right.
It's
And
hurt.
it's like some one of the
gonna
sacrifices
hurt.
that you have to
It's
take.
gonna hurt unless.
And on that night that you finally
Unless-
got time is this big ass update, so you got like 2 hours.
Right, you have to hit that 20 gig update. You can't even
That
play.
hurts.
And it's like, damn, like this. Oh man, I love playing video games, but there's always something that you like. Maybe you might not love as much, but there's always something that you really like doing that you just don't get to do anymore.
Right.
And I feel like that's why there'll never be like a truly perfect work-life balance. Because there's no way you can be given like 40 hours to work or 50, 60, however much it is. You know, if you work full time, you're working more than 40 hours.
I mean,
just between travel time alone. And so you're working more than 40 hours if you're working full time, and you got the side hustles, all this type of shit. So you're probably working like close to 50, 60 hours a week now.
Yeah.
Imagine having a relationship with all that though.
Bang, right? So now you have all those type of things. Like, damn, my love for video games. I've been doing this shit since I was 4.
But that's
five.
there's
certain-
or like my
there's
love for
certain-
like
there's
my love,
certain
my love
stuff
for
you
like
gotta
my love for like
sacrifice.
basketball, like some type
Or
of
rapping or streaming.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
photography and stuff like that.
And then, but what, like then it comes to that issue where if it's a core thing, like if it's like something like I can't budge on, it's like what the hell happens now? You know, like I would like no matter who,
Gotta
like,
make
no matter who
sacrifice.
my
Like,
girlfriend is, bro,
sometimes-
I will never ever stop playing basketball. Like ever, I'll never stop playing basketball, coaching basketball. I'm like, oh damn. I was like, yo, I'm playing basketball Saturday morning. I'm not moving on that. Like,
That's
see,
fair.
like I'm not.
That's fair.
Sunday morning, I'm in the
Some
gym.
things
Like,
you
if we
gotta
got-
sacrifice,
If we got some things
some
to do,
things-
like for a reason, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh, hey, can we go here on Saturday morning?
Some
Nah.
things you
You know what I'm
sacrifice,
saying?
some things that you stand firm on. Like you said,
No, yeah,
basketball
you
is
do.
one of those
And I
things for
feel
you
like-
that you stand firm on. Now it's all like what you was trying to get at earlier is finding that support system that understands that you love basketball. That's something that you do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, while you do that, let me figure out like if it goes as far as relationships or friends or whatever. While you do that, either I insert myself and we do that together, or I go find my own thing to do. And
But then how do we spend time together? You know what I'm saying?
If you find someone that
that's what I'm
does it
saying.
together with you, that's like
That's spending
elite.
time.
You can't really expect them to though.
Rare,
No,
bro.
you're
It's
not.
rare.
You're not.
Nah, but when you do,
I mean,
when you
that's
find
part of
somebody
it.
like that,
That's part of- yeah,
It's
that's-
not. It's not nice, bro. It's elite, bro. It's elite.
that's part
I'm
of
telling you, bro.
finding the relationship that you like. You know what I mean? Like, you,
Right, but I
you know
wouldn't
what I
want to
mean?
want to base my relationship based on whether or not we have the same.
No, you don't want to.
Dreams.
No,
No,
it's
no,
not.
you don't want to.
No, I think you
it's
do.
not-
I think you have to. I think you have to.
If I want to be a rapper, I gotta find a chick who wants to be a rapper.
No, but
No,
you
no,
have to
no,
have
no,
someone that has
but-
the same goals and dreams as you. Like she doesn't want to be a rapper herself, but she wants to have like
But she got to also understand.
the success aspirations match yours.
Yeah.
So like,
Well,
what
yes,
is your
her
success? Like, what is her success at that level? It's like, oh, being at the top of this or whatever, or like a rapper makes like, let's say, the rapper makes like $700K a year,
Yeah.
you know, and then like her ambition has to be somewhere similar to that.
It has to be.
Yeah. It has to be.
I don't think it has to be.
I feel like if you or
that-
I feel like it has to be
it's a
unless you
circuit-
unless you plan on taking care of her for
If
the rest
I
of your
aspire
life.
to be a
It's a
millionaire, she
circumstance,
has to
'cause-
aspire to
all
be a
right,
millionaire.
let's look at, because I was just thinking, like, let's look at LeBron James for an example. All NBA, you know LeBron James pretty much. You
Yes,
should-
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you should.
I don't watch. I don't follow basketball, but I do
You
love
should
LeBron.
at least know LeBron. So we all know that he's
I feel
by
disrespected right
far
now.
number one. Like the last, hey, I don't know.
It's ridiculous,
man.
bro. I know
Sometimes,
LeBron, bro.
I gotta ask, man. Like we all know he's a premier, the NBA best, whatever, for the last 10 whatever years. Okay, we're not debating that. We're not debating
Sounds
whether
like-
he's.
Okay, sounds like you want to
But
debate
I'm
that.
saying,
I'm saying,
I know
like,
the point you're gonna make. Well, no, I'll let you finish your point.
Yeah,
Finish your point.
but like, so premier, so pretty much basketball, whatever endorsements that he has. Now he's building a school or whatever the case is.
Mhm.
His wife, high school sweetheart,
Mhm.
whatever. So I mean, as far as his wife, I don't know what other business adventures that she might have or whatever the case is. But I feel like, at least from where I'm looking at, she holds down the household.
No, and
But
that's
does
cool.
she aspire to be a millionaire to make the same kind of?
I
have
don't
the same
feel
kind
like
of
that's what I'm
success?
saying. That's what I'm
I
getting
mean,
at. I
but
don't
you-
feel like she's inspired to get business and
But when
do
you-
all
Be the best
this
high school
adventure.
teacher.
But when you're dating,
yeah, like I don't
you're
think she
dating, like,
inspires
LeBron-
for that. But when
Bro,
when you're
LeBron-
dating an elite guy like
LeBron was like, I'm
you're
going
like-
to the NBA since like a freshman in high school, bro. He was 14, bro. You
Yeah,
know
I
he was
know.
going to be number
He was
one
gonna
pick
go
in
number
like in the
one.
NBA,
Yeah.
bro.
That's
Like
facts,
in
though.
4 years in the NBA, I feel like that's too extreme a case to use.
Okay, fine.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's too
All right,
hard.
fair
It's too
enough.
hard.
When he's
Well,
like
be a
D-Wade and
regular.
Gap Union.
No,
Nah, but we knew he would
but
have been an
they're
NBA
like
player
they're
too.
already
though.
established though. So like we're not talking about
Yeah,
people that's
those
already
are
established. Like
established.
we're talking about like people in the
You're working
build-up,
towards
right?
being established.
So you're in the build up. Like you have progress, but you don't have near the success
Results.
that you want to have,
Right.
right? So you have some results. You have results. You have
But
progress.
you don't have the results that you want right now.
Yeah, and you know the results that you want will take a very long time to get to.
Yes.
So I feel like having that person that has a similar type ambition will be.
I think Ice Cube in his wife is a perfect example.
Will be like key, because if you don't have that, if your girl doesn't have that similar ambition,
She won't understand.
Exactly, she won't understand.
Right.
Like if I'm just like, okay, I went to school.
I don't know whether it's like ambition. I feel like it's just like someone understanding your
Like how hard would it be to understand that drive or that passion or the sacrifice you'll have to make if you've never been forced to make that sacrifice?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, but as a girl, like I mean, not as a girl, but like as your partner,
and you don't
like,
even want to make that sacrifice. Like you don't want to make that sacrifice. It's part of the reason you haven't done it.
Yeah.
Right? You understand what I'm saying? Like you don't want to make the sacrifice. Your man just want to do all this type of stuff, and it's like I don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Like I don't know. I feel like I'm a little confused here because. Where I feel like, as far as like even for me, because I think about it sometimes, like what if I do end up making it as a rapper or entertainer or whatever the case is, and like I mean my girl, she's in the gym, she wants to open up her own gym, she's like
Dope.
a trainer, stuff like that.
Dope.
So like it sort of helps because she still thinks about the whole entrepreneurship type thing, and I do too. So it sort of.
All right.
Combines and welds
Sounds
together,
like you guys are compatible.
but like,
Exactly.
but I feel like even then, like in my case, it's good. But even if it's somebody else,
Do you know how
like,
much friction it would cause though if like you were like this and your other girl was like the complete opposite, where it's like I'm just gonna be
Complacent. I just want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a place I want
Yeah.
like white picket.
I
fence.
guess
Like,
because
you know what
then
I'm
at
saying?
that point,
Yeah.
she would want you to be
just like her.
just like her.
Exactly.
I actually had that
then,
exact
okay,
conversation
I
with one of my
see what
exes.
I see what you're saying.
I was like, yeah, I want to be. I said something about, I want to be the best or something. She's like, why do you want to be the best? Why can't you just get by? And I was like, what?
Like, do you want to be with
I
that
don't
too? It's
wanna
like,
be
like you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And at the time, I still stay with her. We broke up for a different reason, but
Yeah.
that was something that definitely bothered me. That was definitely like a yellow flag. That should have been a red flag.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
should have been a red flag, but you know, like red
She
flags.
had, like, no
you're not
ambition,
thinking
bro.
about it.
Red flags
as
would be a whole
red flag
different
at the
episode,
moment.
but
Yeah,
like you just have those situations. If you don't match the drive or ambition, I feel like that's a key thing that needs to match. Like if y'all both want to be like mid management at Facebook, right?
Yeah.
That's still a pretty good job.
That's a
or
lofty
like,
goal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a lofty goal.
Yeah.
It's like and we can even go like a smaller company. But if you want to be like mid-management at your job, where mid-management, you're working like maybe like 45, 50 hours a week and you're managing people, but you're not, and you have a good salary.
Yeah.
But you're not at like CEO or like
CIO.
high exec,
Yeah.
where you're working like 65 hours a week now, and you're not getting much family time.
Yeah.
But
And
you
you know
get
what?
mad money.
And when you're compatible that way, then I feel like the question of furthering your career versus furthering your relationship kind of disappears.
Exactly.
Because now you're furthering both at the same time when you further the career.
Like you never have someone. I feel like you never have someone on the same page as you, where they were like, "It's me or this," But versus like you and your ex, it would have been like after a couple of years, it's like, "Oh, you're spending too much time there."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's me or this thing.
Right.
But
And I like that. I feel like that's a good resolution. So that question when it comes up, if I feel like you probably with the wrong person.
I feel like
If you have to choose between your career and your relationship, then you probably have to reconsider, have a talk with them. Really, first things to do, don't leave them. Have a talk with them. Have a talk with them.
So you can
Try to
work
get
it
them
out.
to understand
Well,
it
if
and
not,
see that you're doing
then-
it for the both of you guys, and that it's actually gonna work out in the long run.
But if not, guys, get out, bro. Don't do it.
If not, it's just gonna snowball into something worse later down the road.
Yeah, and one last thing about like this work-life balance thing too, especially like maybe I'm exaggerating, right?
Okay.
Maybe I'm exaggerating, but I feel like people overestimate how hard it is to find to make friends when you're an adult. I feel like people really.
Do you think they overestimate?
Yeah, I think they.
That joint's difficult, bro.
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so. Honestly,
that
if
joint
you
is difficult.
any passion you have, right? Any passion you have, you can literally just go find like a Facebook group or a social media, or like just find local things with people that
You
have.
can find people with similar interests, but that doesn't make them friends.
No, but you'll do similar, like they can be like your.
It'll be a starting point.
Yeah, it'll be a starting point.
It'll be a starting
and
point.
then
I'm
it'll
not
be
saying you'll be best
you're not
friends
gonna-
with
you're
them
not
or
gonna be
whatever
friends
the
with
case
everybody,
is,
but
you'll start off being able to, like he said, you find a group that you find your likes, and then that person, if you find likes the same things as you, it's a little easier as far as meeting and greeting and starting a friendship.
If you go to a Facebook group, that person could be in Minnesota, bro. I'm in Boston.
No, but you do a local though. You do a local. Like for example, right, I joined.
He's a local.
Yeah, I started playing. My cousin and I started playing tennis like maybe 4 years ago now, 3 years ago, right? And you know, we were having fun. Like, it was like, oh, but we should try to hit with other people, you know, because like we were kind of like progressing at different levels and all that type of stuff. But we play together all the time. So, you know, I was like, we should play other people. I met this. So I just joined a couple Facebook groups for like tennis in Boston. Like, oh, local tennis meetup, and then you just find somebody, and you hit around with them, maybe play a game or two. And I did that with like maybe like 4 or 5 different people. I just hit with 4 or 5 different people. But one like I think like the second dude that I hit with, we became like boys. Like, and then him and my cousin became like boys. And now it's like all of us chill together. Like, we'll have fun. Like the other day we pulled up together, chill at Bertucci's, literally just caught up. Just hang out. Nothing even tennis related.
It's beautiful, man.
Just chill at just chill at Bertucci's.
I mean, to be honest,
and it all started with tennis, but just playing tennis and just find someone who has a common interest. Like, they work for everybody.
I think that happens more often than we think.
There was only 4
because
I did with 4 people, but like one of them. 1 for 4 is not bad.
Sorry to my white viewers, but a lot of them like have book clubs, have gun clubs, have all these different clubs that they come together where they meet up and have fun.
Clubs are dope, man.
I mean, the most clubs us will do is be like, it's a gang or some shit. Or some gang type or some shit, you know what I mean? Or the regular us where we all like video games. We all came together and we all sat down, and this all came from us. Like, this whole idea
how me and
of a
you
podcast.
Clicked, because it was through Jesse, Marvel, because Jesse was looking for someone to play in Marvel, and he found you. And you guys started hanging out.
We used to chill a while before.
Yeah, but not like this. Not like this. And then we started chilling like outside of school and stuff like that. And that's how we became close.
That is true. And then, like, mutual friends.
I got cool with you and thing was because we all took 28 bus. Like, we all took the 28 bus. At some point, you guys started walking home, and I was still on the bus. But we all clicked up when we took the 28 bus, bro.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we all found something that we all, like, just managed to. We started talking, and we was cool off that.
You're not going to be friends with everybody has a common interest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like 1 for 4 potentially off making, like, Facebook.
So if I'm an adult right now, I have no friends. And let's say,
what do you like to do?
Let's say I like reading books. I like cooking. I like
going to libraries, TV shows. Going to cafes or whatever with books. You gonna meet people. I mean, like, the bookstores.
Some people just want to be
cafe stores, like bookstores.
But what if the things that like aren't actual activities? What if like solo activities, like reading or something like that?
Think about how easy it would be to talk to someone. It's like, oh, I thought about reading this book. What did you think about it? And then, especially if y'all read the same book, y'all could just talk about like, or you just talk about
now not only just that book, but you start talking about other books that you
like. Go to a cafe, find someone who looks like they read books, and tell them I read them. We're not take it all the way. Take me step by step.
Monday, go to no. We're not saying all that. But we're just saying like you gotta find the places of what you like, bro. Like,
go to a library.
I mean, yes. If you like reading and books, you're going to the library. You're going to the what's it, Barnes and Nobles? Like, you're doing those things where you don't find books.
Barnes and Nobles is actually a great spot to meet people to talk about books. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. Barnes and Nobles is actually a great spot to meet.
And if I love cooking, I can meet up and cook food with people.
They always have even like they have those events where you have where you can cook stuff like that.
Oh, like a potluck or something. Is that
not
what they
like
call
a potluck, but it's sort of similar to like paint night. Cook night, like, stuff like that.
Oh, they teach you?
I know what you're talking about.
Wait, did they teach you?
It is like it is a potluck. I saw one like near North End. It was like mad nights outside, and people just bring food and they just like share with each other
for free.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If it's for free,
I think
bro,
like inside the venue, it might be like it might cost something, but like it's like an event, like you see on like Boston Calendar or something.
Okay.
It's like a lot. There's a lot of events, or it's just like any interest you have. You know,
if they don't have the event, try and make one. You know what I mean? Like, do something.
I always tell people this: like, you're unique, but you're not that special, right? You're unique in the sense, like, the combination of all the things that you do.
No, I get what he's saying.
It makes sense when you think about
it. You're unique.
But
everybody's unique.
But like,
all the same.
You liking basketball. or like in video games is not that special. There's
Yeah.
mad people that
People
like
that like that,
But then
yeah.
if you like combine that with like in video games and like in nature documentaries
Yeah.
and like in Harry Potter, and then
Yeah.
now
Right.
you're going into
Going
like
to
your
your
uniqueness.
unique
Right.
self.
But like you're not that special, right?
Yeah.
There's always somebody else that enjoys the same things you do,
You do,
and that'll be some way you can connect and interact with other people.
That abundance mentality is very important. There's an abundance of people out there
There is.
for relationships, for friendships, for
Yeah.
anything really. And so I feel like that's one of the biggest mindsets that you can have when you want to make friends. Like if you had friends and you lost them, or you lost touch with them, don't think like you can't ever find someone that you can have that connection with again, because there's an
I mean,
abundance
that's what
of
happens
those.
nowadays. You know,
that's not
people.
the song
there's
calling
an-
the kettle black right
There's,
there.
there's an abundance of
Oh
those.
my
You know,
goodness! Look who's giving us his advice right
I
here.
know this.
man.
I know this when it comes to. I know this when it comes to relationships. When it comes to friendships, I'm different. I'm not a social guy. That's different. But I still know this. I still know that if ever
Do you
I
know it?
want to make friends,
Like, do you
no.
really know it?
My thing is that I'm not really interested in making friends. But I know that if I ever was, there's an abundance of people
Man,
that I can
there's
make
nothing wrong
friends
with
with.
making friends, like expanding your network.
That's a different episode.
Think about
We're not talking about me right now. We're not talking about me right now.
for anybody. Think about like
But
how
the abundance mentality is very key.
Meeting friends and all that type of stuff. Like you're unique. You're not that special. Though.
Yes.
And you not being that special like means if I like this, like man, there's people that love watching people chewing the microphones. Like you think that shit
ASMR or something?
Yeah, you think that shit is
That's
weird.
weird. That is weird.
But then you
No
go on.
offense.
You go on. I think it's weird.
What?
But then you go on. You go on YouTube and then see like a video
I mean, I guess you
with
could
like
say that.
40 million
Yep.
views
guess
and
you
like
could say that.
thousands of likes.
What was the woman doing? She was eating a bag of chips.
Yeah, eating a bag of chips, eating a pickle, just
Yeah.
chewing them
Yeah.
like
That
literally
is
like
true.
just
That
me
is
just
true.
chewing, and you're like, oh wow, who would
That's
think
true.
this many people would like that?
Yeah.
But like you're not.
But those
that
aren't friends,
You're
though.
not that
Those are
spe-
views.
But no, but then you find people that
But they
enjoy
like
that
what she
same
does.
thing, and you're like, oh, maybe I
They
can
like
meet
what she
somebody that like
does.
says, oh, you can even just have discussions about that thing, right? They don't have to be your like friend. But they could be like, oh, this is my boy that I
I
talk
mean, they
basketball
could.
with.
They
You know
could
what I mean?
eventually.
Yeah, but now
become
what if,
friends 'cause
like,
they enjoy?
When
it.
I say a friend, I mean like, what if I'm in a tight spot and need some advice? Who do I call up?
Oh yeah, no, but that's
But
that's
not
through building.
Yeah, that's
though.
through building. This is gonna
That's
be the
through
baseline.
building.
This is just
That's-
simply the baseline.
That's just a baseline of
right?
getting
Just,
like
getting
getting
to
your
know each
foot in
other.
the door. But then
Exactly,
once you
right.
get in the door,
Which is all
now you
fine.
got to build.
And you can have
that
friends
connection.
that you can have friends that aren't gonna be those people. That's okay.
Friends that I can't call up for advice.
Not call for.
Nah, but
I mean, maybe that's not as comfortable.
There
as
is
calling for
there is
advice,
different
right?
sets of friends.
There's
though.
different levels of
There's
friendship.
different. That's another.
I'll call those
episode, though.
acquaintances.
I
I wouldn't call those friends.
All right, maybe you
know,
call for advice, but you have like friends that you.
See,
wouldn't
I got
tell-
levels. I get
Yeah.
I get acquaintance. I get
You have like friends and then
then I
you
get
have,
family,
like close friends,
close
best
family
friends, all that
friends.
type of
Like
stuff.
you know what I mean.
Like you have like your friends you would like.
There's friends
chat,
I know.
hang out
Okay,
with, chill with, kick
I
it
go
with.
play basketball with them.
Right.
I go to the club with them. I
Yeah.
go
Okay.
out to eat with them.
And then you have those friends you
we
tell
chill
all your
with
like
them.
family stuff too,
yeah.
and all like the
Then
deepest
there's-
things going on.
What
in
if
your
those are
life.
the friends you want? You still got to go through all the superficial stuff first.
What's
If I don't have anyone that I can talk to when I need advice, when I'm in a tight spot, when I'm low, and that's what I want.
well, it's not just gonna be magically like I'm just gonna find the best friend.
Friend.
Well, of
the
course,
moment, bro.
but you
You
still
gotta
got to go
teach-
through. I mean, if I'm looking for that, you think I'm gonna focus on? Oh, do you like this book? Is that? Do you,
If you're looking for
Bro,
that, you have
we're
to
saying-
start. You have to start somewhere.
We're
though.
saying you start somewhere, bro.
Yeah, I can't just
The
be like,
book-
what's
Yo.
yo, hey man, I'm
like
looking
the
for a best friend. He be my best friend today. Like that's not gonna
That's not what you're saying, bro.
like even that's your intention. That's not gonna work, bro.
but I'm not that special. What if there's other people looking for that? Why can't I find someone who wants that kind of support?
You
and
probably
we just
can,
click?
but
You know
you're
what
just
I'm saying?
coming off. Like if someone came up to you, you'd be like, nah, chill, bro. Come off,
Yeah, you're coming off a little too strong, bro.
Like you know what I mean? Like
You gotta work your way towards that, bro.
Like you said that you find
You
people
just
that
come
have-
out.
Damn it!
You find people and work can make that trick, but that's another great thing about work too, especially if you work with people relatively your age.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
you start
people
by-
outside your age too. Work makes you talk to people outside your age as well,
Yeah,
outside your age range.
One cool friend I got, I met from work.
Older
You
friends
go
are really
for it,
good.
right?
They give great advice.
They give great. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's
sometimes
all
my job's-
levels.
that's my
Like,
girl
if you
right
need
there.
somebody to talk to, then that's who you run into. Somebody that's a little bit older that you want good advice from. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so yeah,
But I want someone my age so that they can relate to my experiences still. You know what I'm saying? You know,
They can
like-
relate to your experiences, and I can sit here and tell you, yo, you could do this, do that, but do I really know more than you do?
True.
So, like,
True,
if you
true.
really need, like, all right, I might go through something that recently, and then I could tell you, and then that might help you, or whatever the case is. But if you're looking for something
like how do I negotiate for a better salary or something like that?
or something like that. I'm not going to know that, bro.
Right.
Like you're going to need somebody a little bit older.
Yeah, that's a crazy place, man. You can make friends on the internet too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
You just be careful though.
Be careful, man. Hey, people find their lovers on the internet, right? Find people that have sex on the internet. You can make friends on the internet too. That's all I'm saying, man. If you can find a girl on the internet and you can find people that have sex on the internet, I'm positive you can find friends on the internet. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. That's the very first statement.
We should make an app just for friends, man.
No, Bumble has that.
Oh,
yeah, nobody uses it for that though.
Anyways, I didn't know that, but yeah.
We're about to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think, man.
What questions you got for the
Get in the
people,
comment section, man.
What question you got for the people, man?
I want to know.
I want to know if Batman's a bitch.
No, that's. Go back to the previous video for that one.
My bad.
I want to know that too, but previous video. But I want to know, how do you balance, furthering your career versus furthering your relationships, or what we were talking about in the beginning, when it's about if you don't feel like you're operating at your highest level.
Yeah.
Man, figuring life
what do
out,
you do?
Yeah, figuring life out as a young adult is pretty hard, man.
It's hard
I
shit,
y'all, but do y'all actually believe there's a true, complete work-life balance, or is it a thing that will always be more one or the other? Like it'll be like 55-45, 70-30.
I feel like there is a true balance, but not when you're young. I feel like once you start grinding, during the grinding phase,
there'll be sacrifices though.
During the grinding phase, there's gonna be sacrifices. But once you get that success and you have your family and your girl stuck by you, your man stuck by you, and you have them both now, then you're gonna have that balance.
Now you're just chilling. You're inviting friends over. Just
but when you're young and you're
barbecues
grinding,
every Saturday.
there you go.
That's true though.
But I feel like when you're young, it's hard.
Maybe.
When you're
But
building,
right now
it's hard.
we in the grind mode. We gotta grind.
I don't know if that work-life balance is truly everything you want it to be. I'm just saying. But I'll leave y'all to that. I'll leave that to y'all.
Shouts out to our guest, Liron, our first recurring guest.
Two-time,
back at it again.
Man. DoncoolGaming, find my man at DoncoolGaming on
Follow
YouTube.
me on Instagram
as well.
Real Doncool.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to make my day, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds. I would greatly appreciate it.
Yo,
Opinion Factory
shout out to y'all though, for real though, because we definitely, like I said, when we would meet up and play games or whatever, we talked about doing stuff like this, and then the fact that y'all out here, y'all putting in the work, and y'all doing your thing, just keep at it, bro. Like for me, bro, I love seeing the homies out here doing their thing.
And even when times get hard, when
especially
we don't
when
get
you
much
love
views
it,
and stuff like that,
we just went through a whole lot of mess trying to set this whole thing up, bro. And we just stuck with it, and we just kept going with it. So
there's ups and downs, man. You have shit that have take it. Views out, man. It's all ups
and no
downs,
matter how this episode turns out, we're gonna do it again. We're gonna come back next week. We're gonna be recording
that, man. Opinion Factory Podcast, Apple, YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. We will see y'all
next week.